All right. Welcome. Welcome everybody to another installment of BrickWall Reviews. I am Dave and I am fresh off this watch of The Mandalorian Season 2, Episode 2. And man, let me tell y'all, this episode was intense. Intense. Before I get into the episode, I just want to remind you guys to like and subscribe to our channel. We do videos here every week. This past Tuesday, Sam did her anime review and on Food Wars. And this Tuesday coming up, we'll be back with another film review, both me and Sam. You'll see her sitting next to us. But if you just want to see her, go check out her BrickWall anime videos. They're really awesome, and she does a lot of cool anime. And if you guys have any suggestions for anything, make sure you drop them in the comments down below. Follow us on Twitter at BrickWall_live. And if you're coming here from our Facebook page, drop suggestions. Y'all already know what it is. So anyway, gonna go ahead and dive right into this episode. Season 2, Episode 2 of The Mandalorian, called The Passenger. That's right. Last week I didn't look up the title of the episode. This week I know it. I know the title, guys. I'm getting better at this. So anyway, this episode does exactly what some people probably thought it would do. It picks up directly after last week's episode with the Mandalorian and the child on their speed bike racer. I'm sorry, I'm not. Okay, wait. Before I even go any farther, I'm going to go ahead and drop this disclaimer. I do not know all the terminologies in Star Wars. I am a casual fan. Yes, I'm here rocking the t-shirts. Yes, I'm here doing the reviews. Yes, I love the show and I love the movies, but I am a casual fan. So I'm not really up to date. I'm not really hip on all of the Star Wars lingo, planets, names of things, blah, blah, blah. I am not up to, so excuse me in advance. Okay, excuse me in advance if I get a lot of things wrong. But I'm going to do my best to try to recall some things. So with that being said, we'll go ahead and jump back into this. So the Mandalorian and the child, they're on their vehicle, right? I think it's a speed racer or whatever. They're on their vehicle, and just like at the end of the last episode, and they're traveling through Tatooine, when all of a sudden you see these bandits on the road setting up a trap. The trap works. Boom, Mando's vehicle crashed, completely destroyed. What you gonna do now? How you gonna get around? Not only that, but now these bandits, one of them says, "Get the child." So now Mando has to fight off these bandits and has to protect the child. And what ends up happening is that he gets into a standoff with one of the bandits where he's like, "Okay, look, there's a lot of goods over here in this crash speed pod vehicle thing that you just burned up, got me into an accident in. You can take that, but don't kill the child, because if you kill the child, no matter where you go, I will find you." He pulls a Liam Neeson and Taken. I have a particular set of skills. I will find you and I will kill you. Smartly enough, this bandit goes ahead and says, "All right, fight. I'll give you the kid." And Mando chases jetpack. But we all know by now from watching Mandalorian that Mando tends to be a little petty. So what he did after he gave the dude the jetpack, boop, 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 whoosh, got that jetpack all messed up. Dude falls from the sky. Hilarious. And that's how we start the episode. One thing I can definitely say about this season so far is that the cold opens, that's what they're called before they show the title card. These cold opens are amazing. Not just amazing, but they're fun to watch. They really set the tone for the episodes. They set the tone for the series. So even if you're just tuning into this particular episode, and this is your first episode of Mandalorian to watch, so far for this season, these cold opens are really they're really enticing. They really draw you in. And I really like that about this season so far. And I really hope that continues in the next few episodes until it has to get like really plot heavy and you have to do less fun openings. But even if they have to do less fun openings, I hope that they still keep it fun, because these are fun. These are fun to watch. It grips you in. It puts you into the world of The Mandalorian before you even start the episode. And that, of course, that's what cold opens are meant to do. But still, this does it in a way that it's just exciting. It's exciting. I love it. I love how they do it, because not everyone succeeds in those things. So moving on. So Mando, he meets back up with Amy Sedaris' character. I don't even know the actress name. I don't know her name. You know, the one that he meets up with on the planet that has the droids that always fix the ship. Yeah, meets up with her. and inside of a bar. And what he needs to find out, of course, is still he needs to find another Mandalorian to help him get Baby Yoda, the child. We're all going to call him Baby Yoda, let's be honest. To help him get Baby Yoda back to wherever he needs to go. So it's a really funny scene inside of that bar where Mando is pretty much watching the lady. She's like playing like a poker game with like this really weird ant alien looking creature, which now that I think about it, oh, that's crazy. Oh, that was foreshadowing. That was foreshadowing. You know it. I'll get into that. But if you've seen the episode already, when you kind of think about how they showed the ant character, that's a bug, a big old bug. Oh, come on. That's foreshadowing. That's foreshadowing. And also, that's really funny because the director of this episode was Peyton Reed. Peyton Reed is the dude who took over directing duties on the first Ant-Man movie and also directed Ant-Man and the Wasp and is going on to direct Ant-Man 3. Maybe that was a subtle little Ant-Man shout out there. Maybe. I don't know. All us Marvel fans, we thirsty for some content. So let me just throw a giant ant in here and make you think about Ant-Man. Who knows? So he ends up getting information from the bug guy. There's a Mandalorian on another planet there's a contact that can help him find a Mandalorian on another planet. Always planets. I don't know the names of these planets, but whatever. So when the Mandalorian is getting ready to leave, the lady played by Amy Sedaris' character, if that's the actress's name, if not, forgive me, but I believe it's Amy Sedaris. Amy Sedaris' character says, well, I have a passenger for you, and she says that she knows how to get to a Mandalorian. She knows where one is. You should have to take her, when you take her to where she needs to go, the Mandalorian will be there, or you'll get that information. So it turns out that this passenger isn't just a normal passenger. It's a mother. And it's not just a mother, it's a mother carrying eggs. And these eggs aren't just eggs. These eggs are the last of her kind, the kind that will continue to have her species prosper. It's one of those stories. And she has to get them over to her planet. So now the big catch in all this is that Mando can't travel in light speed. He can't do the warps. So that actually makes their travel a little bit more difficult because without being able to go at hyperspeed, that's what it is, hyperspeed. Without being able to go at hyperspeed, it makes them more liable to be caught or tracked down by some people who are either after the child or after him, maybe. Who knows? But it makes it more difficult. So from that point on, Mando was just like, okay, fine, I'll take you. Let's just do this. Let's get this over with so I can find this Mandalorian. Apparently it's like a frog creature. And so her husband knows of a Mandalorian. So that's why Mando agrees to take this job mainly. So they get on the ship, and this really is where the tone starts to, I don't know, this is where the episode kind of gets its, some really interesting parts come out of this. One of the most interesting parts I found was Baby Yoda is a bit of a carnivore, a predator, if you will. Because let me tell you something about this child, okay? Ate the eggs from the mother, ate the last living members of this, the ones that are going to go on and help populate and keep this society of frog creatures going. Baby Yoda's out there making a snack out of it. A pure snack. And then not only that, but the mother is a terrible mother. I'm going to tell you why. Because she doesn't even realize that there are eggs missing. And we don't know how many eggs Baby Yoda just ate. It's crazy. It's actually really funny. It's really funny when you think about it. And so what happens is that while they're flying in space, they get pulled over by, and again, only person that knows, let me backtrack. Only person that knows that the child is eating the eggs is Mando. He's the only one. He keeps stopping, like, hey, don't eat the eggs. Stop eating them. Stop eating them. And Baby Yoda's just like, I mean, let me equate this. If anyone has kids, you know how when you tell them to take something out of their mouth or not to put something in their mouth and they do it anyway and just kind of look at you? That's exactly what Baby Yoda did. Exactly. That's it right there. If anyone's ever dealt with a kid that's picked up like, no, don't put that in your mouth. And you just go, That's exactly what Baby Yoda did, and we don't know how many eggs he ate. So going on from there, the ship that Mando's flying gets stopped by two X-wing pilots from with the rebel helmets. So it's that that's really interesting to me though, because I'm kind of thinking like, well, why is the Rebel Alliance still in existence if the entire empire has been bought down at this point? But then again, you had to think, well, I mean, they were always kind of, now I think about it, they were kind of always, I guess, operating in the shadows, especially when you go around to the Force Awakens. I mean, there were still things going on with the Empire, I guess. So, I mean, I guess it makes sense for them to be there. But for me, at the time, I was just like, well, why are they still in existence? But now I think about it, it kind of does make sense that they're there. But they pull Mando over. Mando tries to get out of it. And you know, his calm way of trying to get out of it, which is trying to, you know, deceive them a little bit, you know, kind of get them to go off the track, doesn't work out. So he goes and he flees and he ends up on this ice planet, which I think is an actual planet that we've seen before. I'm thinking that we saw it in one of the original trilogy movies. I'm thinking it's that ice planet. But again, I'm not the planet guy. I'm not the name guy in Star Wars. I'm not the diehard, like I know all the lore guy. I'm just the casual fan that can say, hey, I know that. I know that. But I'm not yeah, I know that because that's that and this is that and this is that. No, I'm not that guy. I'm not that guy. I'm the casual fan that enjoys Star Wars for what it is. I'm not like I said, I'm not the deep into the lore guy. So it ends up on this ice planet, crash landed there, of course, from trying to escape from the X-Wing pilots, the rebel pilots. So now they're stuck here. Ships crash. It's ice cold. These eggs need to be warm, apparently. According to the mother, she kind of hacks into this robot system and starts speaking like English that Mando can understand. And the whole time, Mando's trying to stop Baby Yoda from eating eggs, which he's still kind of after, and just trying to fix the ship up. But then something unexpected happens. Then what happens is you get the mother. She goes off into some type of cave and takes a bath or whatever like that, which is so weird. Why is she taking I mean, I guess she has to keep the eggs warm and there's a hot spring on a cold planet, but that's fine. I guess that's cool. So what happens next is crazy. It's really crazy. It really caught me off guard, but I saw it coming, but I didn't see it coming. So like, you all that are watching this should be familiar with the 1980 era. I'm going to say era because I don't know the exact year they came out, but the 1980s film Alien, right? Everyone is knowledgeable of that, right? So there are these little pod egg looking things. Stay with me. That really reminded me of Alien. And so Baby Yoda starts walking over to those things. First, he catches a whiff of something, then starts walking over to them. Stay with me, guys. Stay with me. He then goes to eat whatever's in the egg. At that point, that is when I realized, yes, Baby Yoda, he's a predator. He is a predator. And he eats he eats other creatures. So that's really weird. And whatever race of alien Yoda is, that's a scary dude now. Because it's like, yo, you eat the young of people's, like you eat the young, yet to be hatched versions of other creatures. You are a predator. You are scary, man. So when he eats it and he takes it out, it's like the design of this creature really is really reminiscent of the design of the creatures from Alien. Like, you know, when they come out and you eat them. So I'm thinking, yo, he's gonna eat this thing and it's gonna pop out his chest on some type of force thing or make him like turn crazy or something. No, instead, the second worst thing happened. The other eggs hatch, and this movie, I'm calling it a movie because it feels like a movie. This episode completely turns into a horror film. It turns into a horror survival film on par with Alien. They all hatch out of them eggs and they chase them. And when I say this was horrifying for me because one, I'm not the biggest fan of insects and I'm not the biggest fan of spiders. And I don't mind spiders, but I'm not the biggest fan of big spiders, really big spiders. Like to this day, I can't watch Eight-Legged Freaks because I'm horrified. Right when I thought that maybe the little ones was going to be as big as they get, here comes the big mom, huge spider-like creature. I was like, oh my, the entire time I was like, oh crap. It was an intense sequence. I mean, and that's like the bulk of the episode is them trying to escape from those spider creatures who are coming after them, shooting the webs. I mean, it is crazy, y'all. It is intense. It is so intense. And I was like, yo, what is this? Like, this is a horror. Are you sure y'all wasn't supposed to drop this on Halloween? This was your Halloween special? This is crazy. Oh, I mean, they were after the. I mean, it creeped me out. And the funny thing about this is my mom watches The Mandalorian too. She happened to be watching this episode before me. So she texted me and was like, yo, this episode is creepy. And it's like right after she texted me that, here come these spider creatures chasing after the Mandalorian in an ice cave on a planet, trying to break into the ship with the big one on top, trying to eat them. It was crazy. I mean, and that's pretty much the bulk of the episode. Like this is like really the episode. And so it's like, I don't know. I was just like, yo, man, that was wild. And I mean, I've talked enough about this episode, and I know I've given away a heck of a lot of spoilers, but trust me, it does not compare to watching it actually. I mean, and from there, you know what? I'll stop talking about the episode right now, just in case y'all don't want to be spoiled. If you don't want to be spoiled, I'll stop talking about it right now. But let's just say the rest of the episode is good. It's good. It gives. I mean, I practically gave away the whole episode, guys, but it's still good. Like, definitely watch it. This is definitely. If last week's episode was a you could consider it like a I don't know what genre I would put it in. If you could consider it like maybe like I would say space adventure, but like aren't all the episodes of Mandalorian space adventure? Whatever genre you can classify the first episode of this season as. This one is like a completely different genre. It went from kaiju battle. I'm saying that because I can't really think of a genre to compare that to right now. And now you go straight into horror. And now this is doing something for me that I like. There was a show. No, you know what? Now I remember. It's doing for me what I liked best about Lovecraft Country, which is every episode kind of seemed like a different genre. It was rooted in a different genre. I mean, same overarching story, same tone, blah, blah, blah. But it takes a lot of inspiration from a different genre of film. And that's what I like the most about Lovecraft Country. And so far, that's what I'm liking. Just 2 episodes in, of course, but I'm liking that about The Mandalorian season 2. I like how and they kind of even did that in the first season. Like each episode was kind of inspired by or based on a different genre. But just with these first 2 episodes coming out of the gate like this, I'm in anticipation for what's going to come with season 3, especially since this episode ends on a cliffhanger. It does end on a cliffhanger. That I won't spoil for you, but it'll leave you wanting more. It doesn't. You'll be wanting a conclusion naturally, right? So, I mean, what did I like about this episode? Like I said, I like that it was like a genre switch. Like it was more like a genre episode of Star Wars. Like if Star Wars did horror, this is amongst the lines of what it would be if Star Wars was like decided to delve into horror. I liked that it was such an unexpected thing to see. I like that Baby Yoda was a little more involved in this episode. And it seems as though Mando is going to learn I hope he learns his lesson after this. That you got to keep an eye on that little bugger right there. You got to keep your eyes on him because he gonna mess around and get into something get y'all eaten by, this time was a spider. Next time, probably like I don't know, what's worse than a spider? What's worse than a giant spider, right? I don't know. It caused more trouble. So I think at this point, Mando needs to just keep him strapped somewhere on his arm, on his chest or something, put him inside his helmet somewhere. Something, man, because I mean, this baby Yoda is about to cause a lot of problems. But what didn't I like about it? I don't like that it was so short. It was a short episode, especially compared to the long, lengthy episode we got for the premiere, which, of course, you know, a premiere episode and a finale episode should always be a premiere, a mid-season, and a finale episode should always be some of the most enticing, and they do have the right to be some of the longest episodes. But I felt like this one, especially with the resolution that came with getting away from the spider creatures and where it leaves this episode at, I was like, okay, well, we could have got a little more of a resolution here. We could have, you know, but they're saving that for episode 3, which is cool, which is fine. I mean, but outside of that, I mean, I really don't have any dislikes about this episode. Other than that, it was too short. I would have wanted to see some more out of this. But I mean, yeah, I loved it. I thought it was a great episode. It's episode 2 is entitled "The Passenger," directed by Peyton Reed. Again, I thought that was a really cool choice. And to know that Peyton Reed can do horror like this, because I mean, I honestly, like, this episode was it had that thrill, that horror like thrill to it, and I really enjoyed it. But yeah, I mean, what do I rate this so far in the season? I'm giving this one a solid 4.8. 4.8 stars. Second episode in the season. I can't remember what I gave the score for the first episode, but y'all can go back and check that. And while you're going back and checking what I did with my scores, you can also check out our other videos here on our BrickWall Reviews YouTube channel. We do videos every week on Tuesdays. Like I said earlier, Sam's review on Food Wars was just this past Tuesday. Those are her BrickWall anime segments. And this Tuesday coming out, we're going to do a review on another film, TBA, to be announced. That's not the name of the film. Like, the film's name will be announced soon, but you guys smart, you knew that. And of course, every Friday, I will be here doing the review for the newest episodes of The Mandalorian. Excited to see where the rest of the season goes. And outside of that, that's all I have for you guys, man. If you like what you see here, if you enjoyed my review, if you enjoyed my take, and if you enjoy any of our other reviews, make sure you guys subscribe to our YouTube channel, like our videos, share, spread the word, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to subscribe. We're on Twitter at BrickWall_live, and we have a group on Facebook, BrickWall Reviews. Join our group, like our Facebook page. But most importantly, subscribe here to our YouTube channel to help us bring you some more awesome content. And of course, if you have any suggestions for any film or TV shows that you guys, or anime, that you guys think that we should review and take a look at, definitely let us know. Drop them down in the comment section, tweet us, put it on the Facebook page, group, whatever, man. But until next time, y'all stay safe out there. I know it's a really stressful time right now. I'm going to be serious for a moment, guys, for about 1 minute. I know that this is a very serious time in our country. I know that it's scary for a lot of people, and I know that it's very stressful. However, let's all remember that if there's anything that we take away from this time, is that we now have an understanding of how important our voices are and how important it is to know as much as we can about our local governments and how they play into our our federal governments. I could be wording this wrong because I didn't have this prepared. I'm doing this off the top of the head, but definitely, I mean, this is a time to come together, regardless of who wins, regardless of who loses, regardless of who's on whose side, regardless if you're red, blue, pink, purple, green, whatever. This is not a time for us, again, regardless of who wins, this is not a time for us to fall apart. This is also not a time for us to stress ourselves out. 2020 has been a heck of a year, I know personally. But we have to remember that this is just a moment in time, and it'll pass and things will be all right. We'll make it through this, and we'll make it through this together, but we cannot allow this election to tear us apart. And that is all that I care to say. I spent over a minute saying it. You guys stay safe out there. Continue to wear your mask. Continue to follow the proper social guidelines so that if our government fails us, at least we led ourselves to a better future without having to be quarantined, locked down, restricted from doing the things that we were deprived of this entire year. Let's all stick together, do the best we can. And remember, guys, stay safe out there and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more content. You guys have a great night. See ya. Bye.